Weight loss became a trillion-dollar industry the moment common sense lost the argument. Before we continue, join our Telegram channel. The link is waiting in the description below the video. That's where we post extra facts, strange stories, and the kind of ridiculous discoveries that make you stare at your refrigerator like it personally betrayed you. Now grab a coffee, or, according to some diet gurus, hot lemon water blessed by moonlight. Because today we're exposing the weight loss myths that quietly emptied wallets while filling company bank accounts. 1. Fat makes you. Fat for decades. Fat became the villain of the nutrition world. Fat wasn't just unpopular, it was treated like the final boss in a 1980s action movie. Walk into a grocery store back then and suddenly everything became fat-free. Fat-free yogurt, fat-free cookies, fat-free ice cream, fat-free snacks. Society acted like removing fat automatically transformed junk food into health food. The problem? Food companies removed fat and then looked at their products and realized something horrifying. Without fat, many foods tasted like flavored cardboard with emotional issues. So they replaced it with sugar, corn syrup, and enough mystery ingredients to make a chemistry teacher nervous. People happily bought these products thinking they had unlocked some secret life hack. Look at me eating 12 fat-free cookies, practically a salad. But calories didn't disappear. They just put on a disguise and entered through the back door wearing fake glasses and a mustache. The entire thing was like removing the batteries from a smoke detector while the kitchen was still on fire. The problem wasn't gone. It just got quieter while companies counted money in the background. 2. Eat 6 tiny meals. 2. Keep your metabolism burning. At some point, people started treating metabolism like an old steam engine that constantly needed tiny pieces of coal thrown into it every 2 hours. Suddenly, everyone carried containers of almonds, boiled eggs, sliced chicken, and rice cakes everywhere they went. People looked less like humans and more like meal prep survivalists preparing for a nutritional apocalypse. The logic sounded convincing. Keep feeding the furnace. Fitness magazines repeated it. Diet companies repeated it. Influencers repeated it. Soon, office workers were setting alarms on their phones. 10 o'clock? Snack. 12 o'clock? Snack. 2 o'clock? Snack. 4 o'clock? Emergency snack. Entire industries quietly celebrated. Snack companies loved it. Protein bar companies loved it. Suddenly, people weren't buying food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner anymore. Now they needed 6 separate eating events every day. And somehow, many people ended up consuming more calories while believing they were becoming metabolism ninjas. Because let's be honest, most of us don't hear, "eat 6 small meals" and carefully measure grilled chicken. We hear, "Congratulations! You've legally unlocked 6 opportunities to eat." Human beings can turn almost anything into dessert if given enough chances. 3. Detox teas. Will clean out your body. The word detox became one of the greatest marketing inventions since someone looked at bottled water and said, "You know what? Let's charge for rain." Detox teas exploded everywhere. Advertisements promised flat stomachs, rapid weight loss, and magical cleansing powers. The models in these ads always looked suspiciously happy. Apparently, drinking tea transformed ordinary people into beach photographers' favorite employees. People bought boxes by the millions. Day 1, excitement. Day 2, optimism. Day 3, a growing realization that something unusual was happening. Because many detox products weren't performing mystical body purification rituals. They often worked by sending users on frequent, extremely urgent trips to the bathroom. People stepped on the scale afterward and saw a few pounds disappear. Success! Except it was mostly water weight waving goodbye and leaving the building temporarily. Your body already has a detox system. It's called your liver and kidneys. Those organs have been handling the job for your entire life without needing strawberry mango super cleansed tea with tropical sunset flavor. The real detox happening was usually to your bank account, and strangely enough, that system worked perfectly every time. 4. Carbs are the enemy of humanity. Carbs had one of the fastest falls from grace in human history. One day, bread was your friend. The next day, people looked at a baked potato like it had personally stolen their retirement savings. Suddenly, restaurants became strange places. Someone would order a burger, remove the bun, remove the fries, eat only the meat, then stare suspiciously at the ketchup like it might be running a criminal operation. bread became public enemy number one. Companies immediately smelled opportunity from a mile away. Entire supermarket shelves transformed overnight. Low-carb cookies, low-carb ice cream, low-carb chips, low-carb brownies. Think about that for a second. Humanity looked at cookies and said, "The problem here must be the flour." Many of these products ended up packed with extra oils, artificial ingredients, and enough complicated names to sound like rejected robot characters from a science fiction movie. Meanwhile, people began fearing bananas because they contained carbohydrates. Bananas, one of nature's most harmless inventions. Imagine explaining that to somebody from 200 years ago. "Sir, I'm avoiding fruit because I'm being healthy." The farmer would probably stare at you like your horse had kicked you in the head. 5. Eating after 8 p.m. automatically makes you gain weight. Somewhere along the line, food apparently developed supernatural powers after sunset. At 7:59 p.m., completely normal sandwich. At 8:01 p.m., dangerous fat-producing demon sandwich. People acted like your body had a tiny night shift employee inside yelling, "Attention everybody! The fat storage department is now open for business." Entire routines formed around this idea. Families rushed dinners. People sat in kitchens watching clocks like they were defusing bombs in action movies. "Quick, eat the yogurt. We've got 30 seconds." Diet companies loved this myth because rules are easy to sell. Rules feel organized. Rules make people think they're joining some secret club of health experts. But human biology isn't standing in the corner with a wristwatch and a clipboard. Your body doesn't suddenly panic because the sun went down. If it worked that way, night shift workers would all immediately transform into giant walking marshmallows. The real tragedy was people going to bed hungry while staring into refrigerators like they were visiting old friends they could never see again. And refrigerators always look extra attractive at night. Almost suspiciously attractive. 6. Sweat equals fat. Burning humans have a strange relationship with sweating. We see sweat and immediately think progress happened. That's probably why companies started selling waist trainers, sweatsuits, plastic body wraps, and enough heat-producing products to prepare someone for life on Mercury. People put these things on and suddenly looked like baked potatoes wrapped in aluminum foil. Then came the workout. 20 minutes later, they'd peel everything off and stare proudly at the sweat pouring out. "Look at that! 5 pounds gone!" Technically, yes, but so is water after you leave a bottle open in your car during summer. Sweating mostly means your body is trying not to overheat. That's it. If sweat automatically burned fat, sitting inside a sauna eating pizza would turn everyone into superheroes. Imagine the business opportunities. Introducing the revolutionary couch potato weight loss program. Just sit here and slowly cook. The greatest trick these products pulled wasn't making people sweat. It was convincing people that looking uncomfortable meant success. Because let's be honest, suffering always feels productive, even when it's accomplishing absolutely nothing. 7. Weight loss pills are secret miracle weapons. Nothing sells faster than the words "without effort." Companies understand this better than anyone. Exercise, hard. Changing habits, hard. Taking one magical pill while sitting on the couch watching television? Now we're talking. Weight loss ads made these products sound like classified government technology. Melt stubborn fat. Activate your body's hidden metabolism. Unlock natural fat-burning power. Natural fat-burning power sounds less like nutrition and more like a superhero discovering abilities during a thunderstorm. People bought bottles with excitement that bordered on lottery ticket optimism, because deep down, everyone wants the same thing, results without changing anything. But many products ended up being little more than caffeine with expensive packaging and dramatic words. Some simply made people jittery. Others made people feel like they had accidentally consumed rocket fuel. The ad showed smiling people jogging through parks. Reality often looked more like somebody sitting in their kitchen wondering why their heart suddenly felt enthusiastic about life. The only thing consistently losing weight was usually the customer's wallet, and somehow that transformation worked remarkably well. 8. Healthy smoothies. Automatically help you lose weight smoothies have one of the greatest reputations in modern history. Pour fruits into a blender, and suddenly people feel like they've joined an elite health society. You could walk around carrying a giant green smoothie and instantly feel superior to everyone holding burgers and fries. But companies discovered something incredible. People stop asking questions when words like natural, healthy, and superfood appear on labels. So smoothies became calorie monsters wearing health costumes. A little fruit, a little yogurt, some peanut butter, honey, protein powder, almond butter, extra toppings, maybe some chocolate because life is about balance. Suddenly, your innocent little drink quietly transformed into something containing enough calories to feed a small family at a roadside diner. The weird part is, drinks don't even feel like meals. You can finish a giant smoothie in 6 minutes and immediately think, I should probably eat something too. Because your brain somehow whispers, that wasn't food, that was liquid. Human beings are amazing. We somehow figured out how to turn fruit into milkshakes and convince ourselves we're making healthy decisions. 9. Diet foods must be better for you. The word diet has performed miracles for marketing departments. Take a completely ordinary snack, place the word diet on the package, maybe add a picture of a smiling woman jogging near a beach, and suddenly, people start treating it like medical equipment. Diet cookies, diet chips, diet desserts, diet candy. Let's all pause for 1 second and appreciate how weird that sounds. Humanity looked at candy and said, you know what this needs? Better branding. People walked through grocery stores proudly loading carts with diet products because mentally they belonged in the healthy category now. Once food enters the healthy category, strange things happen inside the brain. 1 cookie becomes 5. 5 becomes half the box, because somewhere deep inside your head, a tiny voice starts negotiating. It's diet food. Relax. That's the same logic people use when buying giant bags of salad and then covering them with enough dressing and cheese to turn them into liquid pizza. The label changed. The calories never attended the meeting. 10. You can spot reduce. Fat humans really want the body to work like a home renovation project. Let's remove a little stomach here, tighten up some arms there, maybe fix this area by next Tuesday. Companies absolutely loved this dream. Suddenly, every advertisement showed people doing endless sit-ups to remove belly fat, leg exercises for thigh fat, arm workouts for arm fat. Fitness gadgets appeared everywhere. Ab machines, belt machines, strange vibrating chairs that looked like failed carnival rides. People bought them because the idea felt beautiful. Do 20 minutes and target exactly what bothers you. Simple. Unfortunately, your body operates more like a stubborn manager than an obedient employee. You don't get to choose where fat leaves first. Your body makes those decisions itself, and honestly, it behaves like it enjoys being difficult. You lose weight and suddenly your face changes first, or your legs, or somewhere random nobody even complained about. Meanwhile, your stomach sits there acting like it signed a long-term lease agreement. 11. Drinking ice water. Burns huge amounts of fat. This myth probably started because it sounds wonderfully scientific. The body needs energy to warm cold water. Energy equals calories. Calories burned equals fat loss. Boom, we solved obesity with ice cubes. People became amateur Arctic explorers. Restaurants would bring drinks, and suddenly someone requested extra ice. Then extra ice again, then enough ice to preserve ancient dinosaurs. Fitness forums treated this idea like hidden government information. Drink freezing water all day. The numbers sounded exciting too. Tiny calorie burns slowly became giant imaginary calculations in people's heads. Let's see. If 1 glass burns a few calories, maybe 20 glasses burns thousands. Soon, people were walking around carrying giant water bottles packed with enough ice to survive a power outage. The reality was far less dramatic. Yes, your body uses a little energy-warming water, but we're talking tiny amounts. Tiny. The kind of calorie difference that disappears if you accidentally steal 1 French fry from somebody's plate, which, by the way, nobody counts. French fries consumed from other people's plates exist in a magical dimension where calories apparently stop existing. 12. Organic means weight loss. Friendly people hear the word organic and immediately imagine purity. Fresh farms, green fields, happy chickens, gentle music playing in the distance. Maybe a smiling farmer named Earl wearing overalls. Companies know this image works perfectly, so products suddenly became organic everything. Organic cookies, organic chips, organic candy, organic ice cream. Now listen carefully, a cookie wearing an organic label is still a cookie. It's not a broccoli undercover agent, but people treated these foods differently. Suddenly, portion control disappeared because organic food somehow felt safe, healthy, almost innocent. The brain started making excuses. I'll have another handful, then another, then suddenly half the bag disappeared while watching television. It's like putting racing stripes on a minivan and convincing yourself you're driving a race car. The outside changed. The mission stayed exactly the same. Calories don't suddenly look at an organic label and politely decide not to participate. 13. If you're exercising, you can eat whatever you want. Exercise creates dangerous confidence. You've probably seen it happen. Someone spends 45 minutes walking on a treadmill, burns maybe a few hundred calories, and immediately develops the appetite of a construction worker after a 12-hour shift. Suddenly, reward mode activates. I earned this. Those three words have emptied more wallets and diets than almost anything else. Companies absolutely love reward mode because reward mode doesn't order grilled chicken. Reward mode orders burgers, fries, desserts, milkshakes, and maybe extra cheese because we survived 20 minutes on an exercise bike. People mentally picture exercise like deleting calories from existence. Unfortunately, exercise and eating play a hilarious game together. Burning calories usually takes much longer than eating them. You can destroy 30 minutes of hard work in about 4 minutes at a drive-thru window. Human beings are incredibly efficient eaters, maybe too efficient. Evolution spent thousands of years preparing us for survival. It accidentally prepared us for unlimited mozzarella sticks. 14. Cheat days have no rules. The original idea behind cheat days sounded harmless. Take one day, relax a little, enjoy life, seems reasonable. Then humans got involved, and humans are very talented at turning a little into call emergency services. For many people, cheat day slowly transformed into cheat apocalypse. Breakfast becomes pancakes, then donuts, then pizza, then burgers, then dessert, then late-night snacks, because technically the day isn't over yet. People sometimes consume enough food during one cheat day to make Thanksgiving dinner look emotionally stable. The weird part is people still felt disciplined because mentally they were following the plan. This is allowed. Companies loved it because cheat day usually involved buying all the foods people had been avoiding all week. The body must have looked down in complete confusion. Wait, Monday through Saturday we're eating lettuce and sadness, and now suddenly we're preparing for hibernation? Humans are incredible creatures. Give us one free day and we'll behave like grocery stores are closing forever. 15. The more expensive the program, the better. The results humans have a strange belief that expensive automatically means effective. A $10 plan feels suspicious. A $1,000 plan sounds serious, professional, important, maybe magical. Weight loss companies figured this out immediately. Suddenly there were premium plans, VIP memberships, exclusive coaching systems, secret methods, and programs costing enough money to make your credit card physically uncomfortable. And expensive things feel powerful. When people spend large amounts of money, something happens in the brain. You start convincing yourself it must work, because admitting otherwise hurts. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, I just paid $300 for powdered drinks and motivational emails. The funniest part is that many expensive programs eventually circle back to the same ideas. Move more, eat better, sleep properly, drink water. That's basically the health version of paying a luxury consultant thousands of dollars to tell you that plants need sunlight. The only thing losing weight faster than the customer was sometimes the bank account. 16. Skipping meals automatically helps you lose weight. Skipping meals sounds like brilliant math at first. No breakfast equals fewer calories. Fewer calories equals weight loss. Simple, beautiful, almost suspiciously beautiful. That's why so many people proudly announced they were skipping breakfast like they had cracked some secret code hidden by nutrition scientists. Morning arrived, and people marched out the door powered only by determination and caffeine. At first, everything felt amazing. No hunger, no problem. Then lunchtime arrived, and suddenly ordinary food began looking like treasure discovered by pirates. You stop thinking clearly. You don't want a sandwich anymore. You want 3 sandwiches, maybe chips, maybe dessert. Actually, bring everything. Your brain starts acting like somebody just announced the world might run out of food forever. Companies quietly loved this cycle because hungry people rarely make calm decisions. Hungry people don't buy carrot sticks. Hungry people buy giant meals with words like double, loaded, and extra. The human body has many talents. Remaining reasonable while starving is usually not one of them. 17. Eating only salad. Guarantees weight loss. Salad has somehow earned the reputation of being the saint of the food world. Mention salad and people immediately picture health, discipline, and happiness. But restaurants noticed something fascinating years ago. Humans can transform absolutely anything into dessert if they really apply themselves. So suddenly salads became massive. Chicken, bacon, cheese, croutons, creamy dressing, extra toppings, fried onions. More cheese because apparently we lost control halfway through. At some point, the lettuce becomes less of an ingredient and more of a witness. You sit there proudly eating your healthy meal while consuming enough calories to fuel a road trip across several states. And because it's called a salad, guilt completely disappears. Nobody has ever said, "I can't believe I overdid it with vegetables today." The funniest part is watching someone order a giant loaded salad and then feel superior while staring at somebody eating a hamburger. Meanwhile, the hamburger is sitting there thinking, "Don't drag me into this mess." 18. Fat burners turn your body into a furnace. The name alone sounds incredible. Fat burner, not supplement, not product. Fat burner. That sounds less like nutrition and more like equipment used by superheroes. Advertisements made these products look dramatic. Flames, explosions, people with impossible abs staring confidently into sunsets. You'd think one capsule contained the power source from a spaceship. People swallowed these things expecting their bodies to suddenly transform into industrial heating systems. Then came reality. Usually reality felt like sweating a little more, becoming unusually energetic, and suddenly discovering every heartbeat individually. Because many products worked by pumping stimulants into people and creating the feeling that something huge was happening. And feelings are powerful. If your face gets warm and your heart starts acting excited, your brain immediately assumes fat is surrendering. Meanwhile, your body is basically saying, "I don't know what's happening, but everyone needs to calm down." The only thing actually burning at dangerous speed was usually the customer's expectations. 19. Sugar-free means guilt-free. The words sugar-free have performed financial miracles for companies. Put those two words on a package, and suddenly people behave differently. Cookies become safer, candy becomes friendlier, desserts become suspiciously innocent. People mentally remove all consequences. It's almost magical. A person sees regular cookies and carefully counts portions. But put sugar-free on the package and suddenly we're operating under completely different laws of physics. Well, technically, it's healthier. Then one cookie becomes 6, 6 becomes 12. At some point, people stop counting entirely because counting somehow feels unnecessary now. Companies understand this perfectly. Labels create emotions. Emotions create purchases. And purchases create very happy meetings inside corporate offices. The strange part is that calories never received instructions to disappear. They're still there doing their job exactly as usual. Calories don't care about marketing. Calories don't read packaging. Calories are probably sitting somewhere laughing at all of us. 20. Weight loss must feel miserable. To work, people have a strange relationship with suffering. Deep down, we almost expect success to hurt. If something feels easy, we become suspicious. Weight loss companies figured this out immediately. So diets became painful experiences. Tiny meals, tiny portions, constant hunger, foods with textures resembling packing materials. People walked around miserable and somehow felt proud about it. Because misery felt productive. If you're suffering, obviously something important must be happening, right? But imagine applying that logic elsewhere. Imagine buying a car and expecting it to break your back every time you sit down. Wonderful. Extremely uncomfortable. Must be high quality. Humans would never accept that anywhere else. But with diets, we somehow accepted permanent sadness as proof of progress. The body doesn't sit there awarding extra points because you're miserable. It doesn't say, "Oh wow, look how unhappy this person is. Better speed things up." Sometimes people weren't losing weight. They were simply becoming professionally annoyed. 21. Celebrity diets must work because celebrities use them. Humans love famous people. Always have. A movie star drinks green juice, and suddenly the internet behaves like ancient civilization discovering fire. Companies absolutely adore celebrities because celebrities can sell almost anything. A famous person could probably hold up a bowl of grass clippings and people would ask where to buy it. Weight loss programs know this game perfectly. Suddenly actors, singers, and influencers appear smiling beside mysterious diets with dramatic names, secret methods, special systems, exclusive routines. People immediately think, if it worked for them, maybe it'll work for me. But celebrities often have things regular people don't. Personal trainers, private chefs, flexible schedules, entire teams helping them. Meanwhile, normal people are eating lunch in traffic while answering emails and wondering why life feels like speed chess. Buying the celebrity diet often becomes like buying basketball shoes and expecting to suddenly play like a superstar. The shoes arrived. Unfortunately, everything else stayed exactly the same. 22. Special weight loss shakes replace. Real food better than food does. At some point, companies looked at normal food and apparently thought, this system has gone on long enough. So they invented meal replacement shakes. Now, instead of eating lunch like every human being for thousands of years, people could drink beige liquid from a plastic container and pretend this was progress. Advertisements made these shakes look amazing. Happy people smiling at beaches, perfect bodies, unlimited energy. Nobody in the commercials ever looked like they secretly missed chewing, because chewing turns out to be something humans enjoy quite a lot. People would drink these shakes for breakfast and lunch, feeling disciplined and powerful. Then evening arrived, and suddenly their brain remembered pizza existed. Now you're not just hungry, you're emotionally hungry. You miss texture. You miss real food. You miss hearing something crunch. Humans didn't spend centuries creating burgers, bread, tacos, and barbecue just to eventually replace them with vanilla-flavored liquid sadness. The body quietly sits there thinking, we traveled through all of human evolution for this? 23. The scale always tells the full story. People sometimes treat bathroom scales like magical truth machines. Step on it in the morning. Happiness. Step on it later. Sadness. Step on it tomorrow. Emotional confusion. The scale became less of an object and more of a tiny judgmental robot living in the bathroom. One little number suddenly controlled entire moods. People stepped on it after drinking water, after dinner, after workouts, after looking at food too long. Some people checked their weight so often you'd think they were monitoring stock market prices. Companies loved this obsession because anxiety sells beautifully. New programs, new plans, new products, new promises. But body weight changes constantly. Water changes it, food changes it. Sleep changes it. Even salt sometimes enters your life and decides to create chaos for no reason. The strange part is people can feel stronger, healthier, and better while the scale barely moves. Then, one random morning, it suddenly drops, and everyone celebrates like they just won a game show. Meanwhile, the scale has been messing with emotions all week for entertainment purposes. 24. If a diet worked for your friend, it must work for you. Everybody has that friend. The one who suddenly appears and says, I lost 20 pounds in 2 months. Immediately, everyone becomes interested. What happened? What's the secret? People react like they've discovered hidden treasure maps. Then comes the explanation. No bread, no dairy, no eating after sunset. Only certain foods on certain days under specific conditions involving moon phases and emotional commitment. And suddenly, people jump in immediately. Because if Steve from accounting lost weight doing it, obviously this changes everything. Companies adore this because people trust personal stories more than almost anything. Stories feel powerful, stories feel real, but humans aren't copy and paste machines. Different habits, different lifestyles, different schedules, different levels of self-control around cookies. What works beautifully for one person can feel completely ridiculous for someone else. Following somebody else's exact routine sometimes feels like borrowing another person's shoes. Technically possible. But eventually you're wondering why everything suddenly feels uncomfortable. 25. Healthy snacks can be eaten without limits. The phrase healthy snack has caused unbelievable confidence throughout human history. Nuts? Healthy. Granola? Healthy. Trail mix? Healthy. Protein bars? Healthy. And suddenly portions disappear from reality. Nobody carefully counts potato chips. People know exactly what they're dealing with. But healthy snacks create dangerous optimism. You grab one handful, then another while watching television. Then suddenly half the container disappeared during a commercial break, and somehow the brain responds with complete innocence. What happened? Companies know healthy labels change behavior instantly, because healthy creates safety. Safety creates comfort. Comfort creates buying. The funniest part is trail mix itself. Look closely. At some point, someone took candy, chocolate, sugar, and nuts, mixed them together, and somehow convinced us this was hiking fuel. Let's be honest, half the time it's basically candy wearing outdoor clothing. 26. Cutting out entire food groups is the ultimate solution. Humans love dramatic solutions. Moderation feels boring. Balance feels boring. Completely eliminating something forever? Now that feels serious. People announce these decisions like major life events. No more carbs. No more sugar. No more dairy. No more anything enjoyable after today. The first few days feel amazing. Motivation is high. Confidence is high. People suddenly behave like motivational speakers trapped inside grocery stores. Then reality slowly arrives. Birthdays happen, restaurants happen, holidays happen, life happens. Because life has a strange habit of putting forbidden food directly in front of you at the worst possible moments. The weird thing about banning foods completely is that the brain often starts treating them like legendary treasure. You stop thinking about cake as cake. Now cake becomes forbidden ancient gold hidden behind magical barriers. And humans have always wanted forbidden things, especially when those forbidden things involve melted cheese. 27. There is one secret weight loss. Trick companies don't want you to know. This might be the greatest myth ever sold. The secret trick. The hidden method. The one thing doctors, trainers, and companies apparently gathered together to hide from humanity for decades. Advertisements absolutely love this idea. Because secrets sell better than reality. Reality is boring. Reality says things like consistency, habits, sleep, movement, and patience. Nobody wants to hear patience. Patience doesn't sound exciting. Patience doesn't come in a shiny bottle. People kept searching for hidden shortcuts because shortcuts sound magical. Meanwhile, companies quietly built billion-dollar industries selling promises wrapped in exciting words. The truth is almost annoyingly simple. There usually wasn't one giant thing ruining progress. There were lots of tiny things happening every day. But tiny changes don't look dramatic in advertisements. Nobody clicks videos called "moderately improving your habits over time" because humans want fireworks, even if common sense has been sitting in the corner the whole time waving its hand. Which myth fooled you hardest? Confess your favorite scam in the comments.